Hello everyone, you're welcome to this free skincare training webinar. If you are here and you have zero knowledge about skincare formulation, skincare business, please just relax yourself because this section is for you. If you are also here and you have been mixing before, that is, you are a pro mixer, but you are not sure of what you are doing, you don't really understand, you are also welcome here. You're in the right place. This section is also for you. Okay, my name is Babatola Folashade and I'm a skincare formulator. I'm also a coach and I own Shades Natural Skin Glow. And today I'm going to simplify skincare formulation and also give you the understanding of what skincare business is. I will explain how skincare business really works, the mistakes beginners make. If you're a beginner, the mistakes they make when it comes to skincare formulation and when it comes to selling skincare products, and also the difference between mixing and real skincare formulation. Now, what is skincare? What is skincare? Let's talk about it. What is skincare? Now, to a lot of people, skincare means mixing cream and selling. That's what it means to a lot of people. But the truth is, skincare is knowledge. Skincare is what? It is knowledge. It is safety. And it's also proper formulation. What did I say skincare is? Skincare is knowledge, safety, and a proper formulation. Skincare products are applied directly on the skin. So which means whatever you're formulating, it must be safe to use on skin, it must be stable and also well formulated. Did you get it now? So whatever skincare product you're formulating, it must be safe, it must be stable, okay? Especially when you're selling out commercially. Of course, it should be stable and it also should be well formulated. So this is why skincare is not something to guess or rush into. It comes with precision. It comes with intention. It comes with information. Did you get it now? So skincare comes with precision, intention, and understanding. You need to understand what you are formulating. You need to understand what skincare is before you can say, oh, let me start formulating. You need to understand all those things, understand the ingredients you're working with, understand with what you are formulating. If you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the understanding, if you are not informed, you cannot know anything when it comes to skincare. Now, to the common mistake beginners make. Number one is going into skincare formulation or starting skincare business without any knowledge. Oh my God, this mistake, I can say 70% of Nigerian skincare formulators have made this mistake and some are still making it. As I'm talking right now, a lot of other people are still making the same mistake. Starting or formulating skincare products or starting skincare business without proper knowledge, without proper information. See, the truth is you cannot go into skincare formulation without being taught. You cannot. You can only be mixing. Yes, there's a lot of mixers out there who mix products. What they do is to buy other people's products, like all these already made products in the market. Maybe, let me take for example, the product Caro White, is already made product and is in the market. Yes. What some skincare formulators do is to go and buy products like that, already made products, buy some things, tubes and all that. They will mix it together, package it and call it their product. And they call themselves skincare formulator. That is mirage. It is not real. Yes, do you know why? It's just a matter of time. On a long run, because what you are mixing is not a proper or is not a standard product. As a matter of fact, it is dangerous because your brand is at risk. Yes, because by the time you start selling such products to people out there, at first it may look like, oh, this product is nice, but it's just a matter of time. You start damaging their skin because what you just gather, you just gather is steroid bleaching products, And at first, what bleaching product does is to make the skin look like it's fresh. Oh my god, skin like milk. But it's just a matter of time. It will start damaging their skin. And when it starts damaging their skin, as a customer, they will come back to the formulator, so-called formulator, and say, oh, my skin is this, my skin is this. And you won't be able to handle it because, number one, you don't have the knowledge. You are not knowledgeable enough to formulate, not to talk of recommendation, not to talk of recommending. It is when you are properly informed, it is when you have the knowledge of formulation, that is when you can understand what is going on with your customer skin. Did you get it? Now, let me use myself as an example. I was once like you. I was once like you, looking for a place to get trained, looking for who can train me to become a skincare formulator. Oh, I so suffered. When I tell you that it was a real hustle. Like, that's about 8 years ago when I was looking for, I really want to be a skincare formulator. I've had passion for it, and I want to venture into it. And of course, I was told there is money there, and of course, there is money there. I cannot lie to you. I'm still going back to that. I cannot tell you what I've acquired through skincare business. I cannot. It's big and it's huge. In our skincare community, because we have community in Nigeria, skincare formulator community, come and see how young people like me, yes, young people like me, come and see the way they are making it big. A lot of skincare formulators are not just shouting. The truth is, there is money in skincare. There is big money there if you know your card. And the only way you can make that money is to have the knowledge, is to be properly trained. When you know how to formulate your skincare product, I can tell you, you will hit the money. You will hit the money in skincare formulation. Now, let me tell you about myself. That's way 8 years back when I was just trying to, I really want to learn how to make skincare products, and so I started contacting different skincare formulator. That was when I get to know that a lot of them do not even know what they are doing. They are not even ready to teach, not because they don't want to teach, but they don't even know what they are doing. They are just mixing other people's products. So eventually, I started coming across so-called tutors, a lot of tutors. I said, I wasted a lot of money, wasted my resources, time, and in fact, I almost damaged my skin in the process. That is why I said, when you are not properly trained in skincare formulation, in fact, your brand will go for it. If you go and set up your brand and start selling skincare when you are not properly informed, your brand will go for it. In fact, your skin will go for it. Everything around you will suffer it. But if you are well trained, if you are properly informed, oh my God, everything around you will know that this person has arrived. Yes. Because you'll be confident. Number one, you will have the confidence. You can enter places, and this is the danger of cold people training and telling you that they will give you recipe. Whoever want to train you and say you give you recipe for this, you have 25 recipe on this thing, that person does not love you. And all that person wanted is to have your money, and that's all. Do you know why? Behind every recipe is a formula. Yeah. Behind every recipe is a formula, and it is only the person that has that recipe has the informed knowledge of the formula. So if people, I always see a lot of people on Instagram saying, oh, I'm going to teach you 25 recipe, 100 recipe for 5,000 naira. In fact, if you see a trainer that wants to teach you for 5,000 naira, just run. One thing beginners don't realize is that skincare is science. Okay, so if somebody want to train you, I said, oh, 1 day training, 2 days training, 10 days training, skincare training, and it's going, it's 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, run. Because number one, you're not going to gain anything. If you eventually venture into it with that knowledge, it's fail on arrival. Yes, that kind of training is fail on arrival, because if you start with that kind of knowledge, oh my God, you will cry. I cried. Let me tell you, I cried because I also want to do the same thing. That's the mistake. And that's why I'm pointing out those mistakes, so that you will not go and make that mistake. I want you to properly be informed. I cried. I wasted a lot of money because I'm not properly trained. I'm not properly informed. I was going to YouTube to learn. After what I've gone through, because I couldn't find a tutor to train me, and the institute I came across is, the fee is just outrageous. So I couldn't learn from it. It is so outrageous. As at 8 years back, the price is 500,000. That's half a million naira. Where do I want to get the money from? I'm talking about 8 years ago, not even now. 8 years ago is half a million naira. And from what I saw, I knew that this institute will train me, but they have, because I saw their course outline, and I knew that no, if I register there, I will, I will become a skincare formulator. But where is the money? So I went back to YouTube thinking that I would get something there. But lo and behold, it's failed. It's failed because nobody is paying anybody except from the YouTube that you're getting money from. So who will give you what they have learned with sweat and blood? They will not give it to you freely like that. They won't. All the recipe you are seeing on YouTube is just for them to get money from YouTube, okay? So you cannot get anything. You will cry back. So the number one mistakes you should not make as a beginner is to start out without proper training, without being informed properly. Now, let's go to number two. The number two mistake is copying recipe. Like I said earlier, behind every recipe, there is a formula for every skincare product. To the tiniest of the skincare products, there is always a formula that comes ahead of it. And if you are not well trained, you cannot know the formula. You cannot know it. So it is until you are trained, that is when you can know the formula. So don't copy people's formula. Of course, you can go through it if you are trained. That is when you are trained, you will understand recipe. Yes, that is when you wouldn't understand recipe. And of course, you can use other people's recipe as inspiration. If you see a recipe, you can use it as inspiration. That is when you are trained skincare formulator. But when you are not trained, it is dangerous to copy other people's recipe. Number three mistake you can make as a beginner is using the wrong preservatives, using the wrong ingredients for um for a particular formulation, because mixing water and oil without understanding the ingredients that entails in it, you will fumble with the product. Because in skincare formulation, every ingredient comes with a role. Did you get it? In skincare formulation, every ingredient comes with a role, function, and a reason. It comes with role, function, percentage, and reason for using it. So you don't just buy, oh, you as a beginner, a lot of people think, oh, I've been hearing about Kojic Deep, Kojic Deparmitate, so I'm going to use Kojic Deparmitate in my product. I'm going to use it to make this thing. No, putting Kojic Deparmitate, using it in a product, you must know the reason why you are using it. Now, ingredients comes with what we call usage rate. So each ingredient in skincare formulation comes with usage rate. So you don't just say, oh, because Kojic Tip is a very active lightening powder, natural powder, so I'm going to use like 2 cups of it. And another thing in skincare, we don't measure cup. We don't measure in cup, in ml, in this. We measure in percentage. Okay, so we'll now convert the percentage to gram. So you don't say, oh, because Kojic Dip is very good, I want it much, I want my product to be active, you now pour all the kojic acid you bought inside one product. No, it doesn't work that way. There's a usage rate for each product, and there's its sensitivity of each product. So each ingredient has their its sensitivity, it has their usage rate, it has their pairing. Did you get it now? There's some ingredients that you cannot pair together when formulating skincare products. There's some ingredients that you cannot pair together. For example, retinoid and AHAs, BHAs. You cannot pair them together in formulation. You cannot pair retinoid and BHAs together. It will damage and cause irritation to the skin, but because they are both active, they don't work together. Okay? They are both aggressive, active. They don't work together. So you cannot pair retinoid and AHA or BHA, that is hydroxy acid. You cannot pair them together with retinoid. Another example is peroxide, benzoyl peroxide and retinoid. You cannot pair them together. No. it's going to cause a disaster on the skin. So all these things, you have to understand them. Okay, if you are not properly trained, you cannot get it. So that is another mistakes that beginners make when they copy people's recipe, because behind every recipe is a formula. But you will not see the formula. You are only seeing recipe and you think you jump on it and start producing. No, it doesn't work that way. Also adding multiple exfoliants in one product. That's why you see your customer will be complaining. That is for Pro Mixer. Their customer will start complaining, my body is itching. They don't understand what they are combining together. There's some ingredients that you cannot combine them together. But when you are properly informed, you can know how to check ingredients. When you see a recipe, you know that, oh, this, let me do something similar, because you have the understanding. Okay, the last mistake you can make as a beginner is thinking that mixing is equal to formulation. No, they are not the same. Mixing is like a shortcut which does not have a promising future. So if you venture into skincare by mixing recipe, it does not have future. On a long run, you will back out. That is why you see a lot of skincare formulators that are doing well at some points and later they back out. It's because they are mixers. They are not a real skincare formulator. So when they start having problem due to the fact that they are not knowledgeable, and again, what they are producing, they don't understand it, and when customers start using it, start complaining, we start ruining down their brand, and eventually they will back out because they will get tired, and of course they will be wasting money, wasting time, and investing on nothing. It's just a shortcut. It's just for a short period of time. Then real formulation, real skincare formulation, see it as a skill. Is a skill. Then real skincare formulation as a skill. Did you see now? There are two different things. Mixing other people's products is just a shortcut which does not have future. Then real skincare formulation is a skill. It's a skill. You can go anywhere. You can just wake up one day and somebody say, oh, please, you're a skincare formulator, right? Please, I have this inch on my body. Can you make products for me? I started having skin rashes. I started having all that. Of course, you will come up with something. You come out with formulation because you understand the ingredients you are using. You understand skincare ingredients, all the skincare ingredients. You know how they work. You know the actives in skincare formulation. You know those ones that help to support actives. So you know what you can do. Of course, you will quickly come up with formula, and of course, which you will convert to recipe. But if you don't have that understanding, you will back off. You will fall off. Over the time, you follow. And another thing is that skincare formulator, you can from there have your own big brand. You can have a big brand. You don't know you can have a big laboratory. All these commercial products you see, this is how they start. You can have a big lab and set up your own brand, start producing in large quantity and having sub stores where you put your product. So as a skincare formulator, there's a big future ahead of you, and you can make huge profit from it because you'll be the determinant of your product, because you know how much ingredients you put into it, you know how it costs you. But somebody who just bought another person's product to make their own product, they can't determine what the profits will be, because they will be limited by what they are buying. But if you buy ingredients, you know what you're doing, you know how to come out with it. Hope you get it. That's another mistake you should not do by comparing skincare formulator with a mixer, with somebody who makes products, right? Now, most people failed not because they are not smart enough, but because they don't have the proper knowledge to go into skincare formulation. In real skincare formulation, you buy ingredients, you see they are raw ingredients, you buy them and you make products. And if there's no if one ingredient is off the market, of course there's always an alternative ingredient. Not to talk of ingredients cannot be, you will always see ingredients, but products somebody can decide to like wind up the business if it's not paying her. So those who are mixing that person's product, eventually they too they will wind up, because what they are what they are using to make their own product has finally stopped. That company, they are no more producing the product. So you are mixing, you are using their product to mix your own product, it will affect your business. But if you are buying raw ingredients to make your own product, of course, you'll be proud. Did you get it? Now, That's the total difference. Formulator, we know, you know the percentage of the product you are using, you know the usage rate, you know the heat sensitivity of each ingredient, and you know how to pair them. Compared to somebody who's just mixing, he doesn't even understand that. Back then, when I was still copying YouTube, copying people recipe around, I don't even know what is called emulsion, emollient. When I hear that, it stands strange to me. Then, what is emollient? What is emulsion? You get? What is diluent? You know, there's some things like that that you cannot understand. You cannot understand skincare terms if you are not properly trained. Okay. Now, what is the right path to skincare formulation? Right path to skincare formulation is to first get yourself trained properly. Yes, that's the only right path. There's no shortcut for it. The only shortcut is to mix, and it doesn't have future. It's a matter of time. You will back off. Okay, so the only right path to skincare formulation is to get yourself trained properly from a well and known tutor who can teach you, who understand what it takes to be a skincare formulator. Okay, that's the only and one path to get started as a skincare formulator. So if you want to go into skincare business, you want to be a skincare formulator, you want to have your own big laboratory, you want to have a lot of things get done under it, you have to be trained. You have to be properly trained so that you'll be able to create your own recipe. You can create anyhow you want it. You can decide that, oh, I just want to create this baby product. I just want to create this adult product. I just want to create for, I just want to create for all those people with dark spot. I want to create products that will treat hyperpigmentation. I want to create products that will only treat dark spot. You will be diversified. You will gain ground. You will know what you are doing. So that's the only path to become a skincare formulator. Get trained. Now, let me take you through formulation structure. Skincare formulation structure is in two forms. That is oil-based and water-based. In skincare formulation, there is what we call water-based and there is what we call oil-based. The oil-based is also called an hydrous product. Let me take that again. There is two structures to skincare formulation. That is oil-based product and water-based product. Of course, there is what we call emulsion. That is the combination of oil and water. Okay, that's the combination of oil and water. But now it's based on two structures, which is oil-based and water-based. Oil-based are the product that doesn't contain water. It is also called an hydrous product. Did you get it? That is hydro. It doesn't contain water. The second part contains water and it is called hydrous product. The oil base is also called an hydrous. Did you get it? Why the water base is called hydrous product. Okay, now when it comes to an hydrous product, that is the product that doesn't contain water, there's no need for pH testing. Did you get it now? So when you formulate product that is anhydrous, that is oil-based product, you don't need to test the pH. Okay, so but when you formulate a product that contains water, you have to test the pH. What is pH? pH means potential of hydrogen. Okay, it is also called power of hydrogen. And I said product that doesn't contain water is called an hydrous. Why the one that contains water is called hydrous. And I said when you make a product that doesn't contain water, you don't need to test the pH. pH means power of hydrogen, hydro. So it means there's power in water. Mind you, in skincare products, you don't just use anyhow water. You only use deionized water or distilled water. Did you get it now? You don't use pure water, you don't use boiled water, you don't use, you only use deionized water or distilled water. So now there is power in water when you are formulating skincare. So what is pH? pH is the testing of how alkaline or how acidic a product is. So when you test the pH, mind you, I told you that you don't need to test the pH of your oil-based product because it does not contain water. So what pH means is that it tests the range of water in a product. When you formulate a product that contains water, you need to test the pH. to know the range. So when you make a product, it's either is alkaline or is acidic. Some products might be fortunate and will not be too alkaline and will not be too acidic. So but when you formulate a product that contains water, you are to test the pH so as to know the pH range, because our skin falls between the pH range of 5.5. Did you get it now? So any product that you formulate and is above 7, pH, of course, it's too alkaline and it can damage your skin. And if it's too acidic, below 3, it will damage your skin. Did you see why you have to test the pH of your water-based product? You see all those things I'm teaching, there's a lot more to it. I'm just trying to cover things you need to know as you are starting out as a skincare formulator. A lot of things loaded that you need to know, that by the time you are well informed, you are well trained, you will go out there proud, raising your shoulder, and you will enter places because you will have enough knowledge and you'll be able to go to places and flaunt your products everywhere. A lot of things you will need to do, when you start formulating. If you are not well trained, you will just back out. So there's a way you will be confident, you will be proud, because you know what you are doing, you know what it entails, and you are well sanctified. You will have your certificate. Nothing will put you on a run. I've seen a lot of formulators, when they hear about NAFDAC coming, they will close their shop, close everywhere, because they are not confident enough. They don't even have certification. They don't even have certificate for their practice. They don't even have certificate for what they are practicing. And to worsen the whole thing, they are inputting steroid, bleaching product together to formulate their product. That's not formulation, that's mixing anyways, to mix their product. So when they hear about when they hear about NAFDAC, they run etasketa. Okay, so those are the things that you need to put into consideration before you start out as a skincare formulator. And I cannot teach everything in this webinar. And there's parts where you have to be trained about branding, how to start up, how to calculate your ingredients to make up products, the formulas behind skincare formulation. Yes, there is formula behind skincare formulation. And if you don't know these formulas, you cannot produce. So those things, you have to know them. And it doesn't take a day to know all these things. You have to go over it over time. And you start out big. You start out strong. You start out ready. And nothing will put you on a run. Did you get it? So this is why I'm officially opening my paid training. Yes, my paid training. But this paid training is going to be in your favor if you are ready to venture into skincare formulation. Like I said earlier, a lot of people think it's something that we just say, oh, let me give you a recipe and you start. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. If you want to be a proper sanctified skincare formulator, it will take a very deep training. Yes, it will take a very deep consecrated training from a well and renowned coach. Did you get it? So it's not something you can learn within a day or 10 days and you say, oh, I'm a skincare formulator. You will back out. It's just a matter of time. Because I'm sure whoever teach you for just 10 days only took your money and teach you something. Because nobody will teach you a real skincare formulation within 10 days and you think you have no intel. I'm a skincare formulator for over 7 years now and I'm still learning. Did you get it? But while I'm learning, I'm producing. I have the knowledge I have already, but I cannot stop learning because every day new formulation comes out. You will see all this Korean skincare. You get these people, they are putting us on a run and we're not going to wait. We are not going to stop. In fact, we are even getting ahead of them now because 3-5 years to come, skincare in Nigeria will be more bigger and it will bring more money according to the projected CGP of skincare in the market. Yes, it's going to get bigger and people who are venturing into skincare will make it big. So this is the very best time for you to have the proper training when it comes to skincare formulation. So that is why I'm officially opening my paid training class, which is going to take like 2 to 3 months. Because if you are not going to lie to ourselves, skincare training doesn't take a day or 10 days or 20 days. So the training is going to last 2 to 3 months. It can be 2 months, or probably extend to 3 months. So, but it's going to be loaded. When I said it's going to be loaded, after this class, I tell you that you will enter places. You will start making huge, because I'm going to train you a lot of things, not only formulation now. I'm going to put you through how to get started, things to do. I'm going to connect you with places you can be getting your original raw materials. Those are the extra. Okay, of course, those ones are the extra training I'm going to give you. It's not in the main training, of course. It's not in the main training. It's going to be extra. That one's going to come an extra. How to calculate every penny you are putting into your production, so that you can use it to price your product. That is called pricing. So another thing, how to start your social media handle for your product making. A lot is going to be loaded. Now let's go back to the course outline. The course outline is loaded. So after the class, you are going to start out. You're going to have your certificate, and of course, I'll walk you through things you need to do before you start. We are going to start from the scratch. From skin science, ingredients knowledge, testing of pH, what is pH, everything. We're going to start from the beginning. The skin, the 3 layers of skin. We're going to start from the scratch. So it's not the class I'm going to give you a recipe. You're going to know formulas for yourself. So formula to curate, formula to go wild in skincare formulation. Now, for this kind of training that I want to put out there for you, just because you are here, how much do you think this will cost? I know you must have come across a lot of training online and all that, and and I just told you the standard of skincare training. If you see a skincare training, I say, 5,000 naira, just know they want to give you a recipe that doesn't last. It will not take you anywhere, and you will fumble at the end of the day. You will back out, because for every recipe, like I said, there's always a formula, and if you don't know it, you don't know it. You will keep trying till the loss come. So that is why I want to give you the opportunity. Okay, I don't want you to be like me, because I suffered a lot. In fact, my skin almost got damaged due to try and error. I was trying my best. That I thought I can train myself, but it is more than you training yourself. It involves science. And when you don't involve that science in your skincare formulation, you are formulating nonsense. And at the end of the day, your brand is at the verge. Your brand is at risk. Your skin is at risk. Your customer skin is at risk. So everything is at risk when you are not properly trained. So how much do you think this kind of training will cost? Of course, I will tell you. This kind of training usually costs 500 to 1 million naira. Yes, this kind of training usually costs that. If you want to get trained with the kind of training I'm going to give you, that is the worth. It's worth 1 million naira, the kind of training I'm going to give you, because this is going to last you forever. Nobody's going to take it from you again. When you are trained, you are trained. You are trained, and it's going to last you forever, and you can transfer it to your children. So that is why whatever people call their training, it's worth it. Skincare training, it's worth it, because it's going to last you forever. It's like you going to school to get trained. I'm not talking about those who will teach you recipe. I'm talking about real skincare formulation training, okay? So, but I'm not going to do that because of what I went through trying to get trained as well. So I really understand that a lot of people want to go into it, but it's either they're not seeing a good tutor to train them, or the fee involved is too much. But mind you, no fee is too much when it comes to skincare formulation training. When you have the opportunity of a training like mine, do not miss it. Yes. And as a matter of fact, this training, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it anymore. This is going to be a one-time training. And if you miss this training, that's it. So I wouldn't want you to miss it. So I'm not going to make it 500,000, not even 400. I will not even make it 400,000. As a matter of fact, the training is not going to cost you 300,000. It's going to cost way lesser. And to now crown it all, I'm going to give a early bird discount. Okay, so I'm going to give a early bird discount for first 10 people. Okay, so the early bird is not going to last long. I will just make the discounts probably 2 to 5 days discount, and when that 5 days is gone, it will come back to the normal training fee, which is not even going to be up to 300,000. So now the webinar has ended, and I hope you have gained one or two, and I hope you now understand what it takes to be a skincare formulator. It's not something that you can achieve in just 1 day training, or 2 days training, or 3 days, or even 1 week training. Okay, it will take a process, which I'm starting with you now. Okay, by going for my paid training, where you will have all the understanding to start out as a skincare formulation. So what we're going to do now is going to go back to the group, and I'm going to give information, and I'm going to tell you the price and also the early bird discount. I'm going to put it there now. I'm going to put it in the group. So we'll go back to the group and you wait for my information. And also, if you have any question regarding the skincare formulation, just ask me in the group. I'm going to be waiting there for you. I'm going to give instruction in the room. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity, because this is going to be a one-time training, and you cannot see it anywhere but the fee I will be giving out. Yes, you cannot see it everywhere. We're going to do certification. I'm going to give you certificates, and we're going to do graduation. And of course, the training is going to be online and physical training. So if you want to come physically, my location is in Ado-Ekiti. You can come if you're in Ado-Ekiti or in its vicinity. You can come to attend the physical training. Of course, their price will be a little bit different, just because you're going to see me physically, okay? But I can tell you that both physical and online, they are the same thing, no difference, because there's nothing to hide. If I want you to be trained, that means I'm going to tell you everything. If I want to be proud of you, that means I'm going to train you everything. There's nothing to worry about that. It's going to be the same thing. So now we're all going to go back to the group and wait for my instruction. Now the paid training is officially opened, and I'm going to announce it in the group. I'm going to put the course outline, the fee, and also the early bird fee. The early bird fee, I told you earlier that is not going to last long, just probably 2 or 3 days. So I just want to, the reason for my early bird discount is just to appreciate you for the fact that you joined this class. That means you have something. You really want to be a skincare formulator. So I want to compensate that. I want to compensate you because you are here. You are here now, and I want to compensate you. That is why I'm giving the early bird discount. So don't miss the opportunity. Now let's head back to the group chat, where I will give all the other information. I hope you have gained something from here, and I hope you understand now that skincare formulation is not something you can learn for a day, but I've given you the clue of what you're going to be learning from me. I've given you the clue of starting out as a skincare formulator. So even if you don't go paid for my training, I hope you have the knowledge of what it takes to start out as a skincare formulator. And I hope you've known the mistakes that you can make as a beginner, so you won't try it. Okay? All right. So see you in the group.